So originally, I was going to make this a private video just for Dan Bull. He's a YouTuber. He's been involved in epic rap battles. He does some gaming stuff, and he's musically inclined. And he's having problems with his hearing and like his jaw area here. I'll talk about it in a second. And I was going to make it private for him, but I talked about like my most painful moment or something. I had testicular torsion when I was 15, and I described the pain I had and the procedure they used to fix it and things like that. And a bunch of people have benefited from it. Like, I didn't realize at the time, I thought it was a funny story, and then in the end, like half a dozen people, they avoided serious injury or surgery or something by being able to get their issue. They had the same problem that I did fixed. And it's funny, yeah, right, my balls hurt and etc. But people, it really helped people. So I thought I'd make this video too. So Dan was describing his problems, right? And basically he had like a clicking and a popping in his jaw. And in his case, it also like impacts his hearing. He gets like a cracking, and it's very uncomfortable for him. And as he's describing his symptoms, like, you know, when I do this, it does that. When I'm like, I had that. Yep. He's describing like 22-year-old me, and that's a while ago. But I was like, yeah, right, all this, yeah, I had it. Now his seems to be worse than mine, but all the symptoms lined up. Like, I had the same thing that he had. So what I did was I went to an oral surgeon, and this guy was trusted. My father was an accountant, and he was one of his clients, and we thought that he was good. And so I went there, and he described the surgery that he would use to, I guess, realign and make my TMJ, this shit, it's like temporomandibular joint. I had mandibular joint dysfunction. I'm not a doctor, and mispronouncing things is my thing. So at the time, though, the surgery was really risky. Like, it was super bad. They had a big failure rate, and they used like Teflon in the fix, and it was like making people suicidal. Like, it was, maybe things are better now, but the takeaway I got from this was that you don't do this surgery lightly. That it's a really big deal. Like I said, it's like 20 years ago, so it might be better now. But I started researching, and I actually read like medical journals and stuff that's not in my normal consumption. And a lot of people had success with like physical therapy or just lifestyle changes, or it went away on its own. And I can tell you what worked for me. And it's such a no big deal thing that I thought that Dan could do it too, at no risk, at none. My problems were caused, I want to say, by my diet, but it wasn't actually like, you know, like the type of food. It wasn't what I was eating, it was how I was eating it. In my normal diet, I had a hoagie. I don't know if that transfers. He's from the UK. Hoagie, Hero, Sub, Grinder, whatever it is you say, but like those sandwiches that aren't on bread but are on like those rolls with the big hard ends and stuff. Chewing was bad for me. That's the bottom line. Chewing with my mouth open was super bad for me. So like, you know, that first bite into an apple, terrible. Bubblegum, bad. Eating those hoagies, which required like large bites every time, super bad. And when I stopped, like steak, right? Steak is like a chewy type thing. You know, anything that really requires you to work to get it ready to swallow was bad. Chicken is fine. Peanut butter and jelly's fine. You know, chips and salsa are fine. Those, you know, the things that are lightweight chewers are great. The things that are heavyweight chewers, like even to this day, I'm fine now, by the way. I'm 100% fine. And but I wouldn't be. It would come back, and sometimes it like hints that it's starting to join, you know, starting to like give me issues, and I just back off on the chewy things, and I go back to normal, which is perfect. So I just thought like I should make this for Dan, and watch his video. I'll link it in the description. But he asked for help. He's like, hey, if any of you guys have had this before, like he's sort of reaching out to his network, just gathering feedback. And I'm shy about giving medical advice, really I am. But to say like avoiding that first bite into an apple, bubblegum steak. Sorry about the lighting. These monitors turn off. It's no risk, right? Like he can just, and maybe he's not doing that now, but I would ask Dan to give it a shot, to give it 2 or 3 weeks at, you know, going light on chewing and seeing if he sees improvement. So I don't know. His video was so heartbreaking. It was touching that I was like, I'm gonna make this for him, and I'm gonna at him, and I'll probably private this or something once I'm confident that he's watched it. Maybe he can tweet me or reply to the video or something. But Dan, I wish you well. I get that you've got a lot of yourself invested in YouTube and in music, and you know, with your hearing issues, it's like a bigger deal for you to have hearing issues than for like a computer programmer or something. So I don't know. I thought I'd just make a video and hope that somehow, some way that you get some benefit from it. If not, I'm pretty sure you won't get any harm. So best of luck.